Right. Jeez.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SF1 GP1. This is the redoing of the French Grand Prix as these guys were not able to run it last Sunday due to Xbox Live issues. So we're going to get this race done so they can get caught up with GP2 because they do have the Belgian Grand Prix as of tomorrow. So they have two races in 2 days. So good luck to these guys keeping the endurance up. But I am joined by SF1 Tom. Sorry I did not put your name in that comms booth, but he is with me. Tom, how are you doing this evening?
Doing very good tonight, thank you very much.
So we did have 10 guys make it to Q3. We did not or stream Q1 or Q2 as usual, just kind of to save my voice a bit, as we had Daigero going straight lining through the turns and taking out pylons. So that's always great to see. But yeah, with the top 10 that are being on display right there, what are your predictions for the top three possibly going into the race?
It's hard to tell because Q1 was free, so you don't know their pace. Q2 didn't really see a lot, did we? So, I'm gonna say Harrison will be up there, Addict will be up there, and Raisin will be up there. Oh, Raisin's here. He's back in. Sweet.
Can't cut out Anton. Anton's there. Raisin's here. Clement is here. A couple of the quick guys that pop in and out.
I
But I
think
would
I
say
think it'd be anyone. Anyone.
shout out to some of the guys in the comments. Big Harry Jock is back here. So is Bishop. Good to see you guys. Post Gladys in the comments as well. Wait. Post Glad, you have a race to go to run. So head down, Nate. But yeah, I'm thinking it's hard to call. These guys, I'm going to drop a nice big bombshell. They do, as of always, have wet race conditions at the beginning of this race. It's one dial, but it might be just enough to go onto the injury. So it's going to be interesting to see if any of these guys are kind of running a hybrid setup compared to a full dry setup. I'm thinking at most that rain might last 10 minutes. But I mean, how many races have you really tackled yourself, Tom? I know you race a lot more than myself. With one dial, would you
Um,
really risk doing a hybrid setup compared to a full wet setup? Or
it
actually
just
not full wet
depends.
setup, a full
What
dry
my
setup.
system is, if it's a full wet race, like no possibility of dryness, I'll always run the wet. If it's pretty much the entire race will be full wet, then go to inters, obviously a wet setup. If it's a mix, if it goes wet to dry, I will always just stick with my dry setup, so I get best qualifying out of it, and then I'll deal with the car for the rest of the race.
Yeah, I'm
Never
not.
go for hybrid is personal preference, I think. So I've never really used one. So
Yeah, I've never used a hybrid either. I've heard drivers talk about it a few times. I know Wrath, who's in the comments right now, he uses a couple hybrids, and it really helps, actually. Maybe I should invest more time into finding a hybrid setup. 'Cause it seems like it will really do well. But here we are. We're riding with Digeros. He's going to punch in his banker for Q3. Let's see where it's going to put him time-wise. I know I saw a lot of 30s. There's the 30 right there, 30.1. And I think his teammate Enzo's going to cross the line now. Looks like he might have invalidated his first lap, so he's going to go for a second lap here. Looks like Greta Go to 37. It raises to 29.9. That is a
I
very,
believe
very
that
quick
match is
time.
Terminator's Q1 time exactly.
And it looks like
I
Exterminator
believe.
invalidated this lap, so he's gonna have to go for another one. Pretty sure he straight lined that chicane. Anton is now on a flyer. Who's gonna be the next guy? Let me look at the mini map here. Will it be Addict? Addict is on a flyer right now, so where is he gonna post his time? He's gonna go third with a 30.2. A lot of 30s this evening. Let's see. Clement tops the board now with a 29.9. That is quick. See, dinner is out there. I do see a Ferrari. Looks like it's Terminator. He's gonna have to give it another go, though. Yeah, but the top three, I didn't give my prediction. The top three, I'm thinking with the conditions, I think Clement, Raisin, and I'm sure we're gonna see Anton up there are probably gonna be the top guys. We do have
Yeah.
15 runners this evening. A couple guys couldn't make it because this is kind of considered our off night. of racing. We were having a plan of either we were going to run it this evening, we were going to run it on a Monday, or we were going to run it after the Belgian Grand Prix on the following Sunday. And it looked like the popular vote was to run it this evening to kind of get it out of the way. But these guys, yes, they're going to set up for the Belgian Grand Prix tomorrow night, so that's going to be quite a battle as well, as we saw last night in GP2. A lot of guys struggled getting up that hill of El Rouge and ended up putting it into the wall. We had 4 virtual safety cars and 1 full safety car.
Yeah. I've got to say so far, Red Bull are looking mighty strong. Although Terminator has to put in the fastest first sector, but I believe that may be a false one because everyone keeps getting it currently.
I
So
did
see how
see that.
time's
I
gonna
wonder,
through.
it could be his personal. I know that's the thing I've seen a couple
Yeah.
times. He might be setting purples for his own lap. It might be his own delta that's giving him purple because this is considered his first full lap, as he did run one, but he did invalidate it first time around. See what time. Oh, steps out the back of the car just a bit, but he's kept strong. He's going to cross the line. Goes 29.8, top of the leaderboard right now. So maybe those purple sectors were definitely not a lie or anything like that. So who's next to go through? Let's see if we can get some TV time on some of these guys. Dinner is on a flyer right now, so we're going to stick with Dinner. I have a feeling he's going to have a good race this evening. He is mighty quick in the wet, I will say that. I've seen him race in the wet, handles the car very beautifully. He is invalidated this lap around, though, so he's going to have to give it
Yeah.
another go.
Well, 29.8. That's strong.
Yeah,
Sorry, I don't know.
29.8, that's
Oh,
ridiculous.
they both just gave it without chicane. That's pretty interesting.
So Dinner's going to give it a go on this time around. This is his 3rd lap at a go for it. I think he's invalidated 2 laps. Good to see he has enough fuel that, usually that was a bit of a cut, but he is still allowed to carry on with that. Let's see, anybody else? Harrison's still sitting in the pits. Enzo's still sitting in the pits, and Anton. All 3 drivers leaving it late. I know, as myself as a driver, I kind of like to go slap a banker lap in, but I will say I haven't raced a league race yet in the recent times or months given that have full qualifying. I've all been stuck into short qualifying, which is nice, but I kind of do miss the full
Mm.
qualifying aspect of things. But you
Yeah,
yourself, you have a race tonight with short qualifying.
I do.
So give
Yeah,
me your
it's.
aspect on
I
it.
do enjoy. I enjoy Q3 because it means it's more strategic. It takes a bit longer. However, I do like the standard qualifying, like short or long, whichever it is the standard one qualifying. Purely for the fact it saves a lot of time.
It does.
See, the race only takes an average of an hour these days, isn't it? If
I
it's
think it's usually between
only one safety
42
car.
to 55 minutes, depending on if there's rain or not.
Mm.
If there's a full wet race, you're looking closer to probably an hour. But
Yeah.
most tracks, yeah, you're
So
running
something's
about
going to catch these drivers
45
out.
minutes. It doesn't feel like 45
Yeah.
minutes, that's for sure.
No. I tell you what, this track, the new pit lane catches a lot of people out. You can
Yeah,
get it bang on, or you'll miss it. Or
it's
you'll miss
caught
it.
me out.
Oops, turn back into that.
It's caught me out once or twice before. Especially as
This
soon
could
as,
screw people's strategies.
especially
So say safety car comes in.
when they updated it. I was doing career mode races, and I completely missed it. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. They updated the pit entry lane. So I was like, oh. Hopefully in career mode, you have a nice little button called flashback, but you don't have
Yeah.
that in league racing.
Sadly not, no. Nah, I think that can catch a lot of people's strategies out. Let's say a virtual or a full safety car just comes out, run you right in front of it. If you're not ready for it and you forget where it is, that could screw your whole strategy up.
Actually gave me a nice little
Like your whole
pointer.
bonus strategy.
Dinner. He didn't invalidate 2 laps in a row. He actually invalidated and gave him the next lap invalidation. So, my bad. Good call,
Ooh.
Rash. Thank you for giving me the nice little scoop there. Looks like Enzo's on a flyer now. Terminator moves clearly out of the way. Yellow flag sector 1. I think that was for Terminator getting out of the way of Enzo.
Yeah.
So the
I
times.
don't know.
Enzo.
I think it's the fight for pole, because we haven't seen 4 other people's laps. It's going to be the Ferrari, the 2 Red Bulls,
You shouldn't have flashbacks
Harrison.
on.
It's gonna be everyone. It's gonna be everyone. It's gonna be everyone. I can't pick. I think it's gonna be with everyone.
Yeah,
Everyone has a chance at pole tonight.
interesting enough, Enzo just invalidated his go around this time, so he's going to have one more shot at it to get it in. As Harrison, Third Dinner, pardon me, Harrison, Third Dinner, and Anton have left the pits to put in their time for this evening. So it comes down to 1 minute and 25 seconds. Who is going to get pole position this evening? Same track cutting there. Yeah, Brad. Who is going to get pole position? Attic is on a flyer, so is Brother Goat. Let's give Brother Goat some TV time. He's going to go for it. Can he improve on his 30.7, get himself further up on that board right now? Tax. Oh, no, he just invalidated. So I think that's his qualifying over with. Unless he gets around. Hopefully he does so in a safe manner. Attic.
Look at this queue though. Everyone coming through now to the last sector.
Yeah, Anton.
First, let them off.
Exterminator's coming through.
The McLaren.
It looks like Enzo's come through for another one. We have the two Toro Rosso, oh no, Red Bulls. Raisin and Clement. This might be a good race for the two Red Bull duo. Get a lot of points against your Ferrari team. You guys are kind of having a nice little battle.
My experience with Raisin, he's a very strong, very consistent driver. But so is Sediment, so it's as long as they don't overdo each other's the ground, they should have a very good result tonight, which get all credit, they're doing very well too. Okay, what's going on with the Ferrari?
Look at Daguerre puts himself in a prime position.
That's it.
Last one to cross the line.
On pole currently, unless they could stop him.
He's just invalidated his final go at it though.
Yeah.
Attic 29.7.
I did. Out of nowhere. Well done. Good lap by him.
Will that stand as pole position?
McLaren is crashed on these pit straight.
His brother
maybe looking into if anyone's seen that. That is a very odd one.
See, Anton's going to be the next to set the lap.
Deliberate or oversteer.
Can he battle for the pole position at the French Grand Prix? It is his home French Grand Prix. Some of these guys are from France. We have Daguerre from France, Raisin. I believe a couple of them. Anton's going to cross the line and goes pole 29.724 compared to Attic's 7.54.
Everything's perfect for him. Every lap, should I say.
See.
Here come the Red Bulls. Clement crosses the line. Pole.
Clement 29.6. Raisin 29.3. Harrison goes P5 with a 29.7. How about Dinner? He's going to cross the line. Where is he going to come at? Goes 9th, 30.3. It's up to Daguerre.
Can he change the order one more time?
Nice on the corner entry right here. DRS is open. Where's he going to cross the line? 29.9. Gets us up P7.
Stays there.
So that is it. Raisin picks up the pole position this evening for the French Grand Prix, followed by Clement. Anton is in third. Attic really good. Had pole position for a bit. Drops down to P4. Harrison P5, chasing the leader right now in this championship of Enzo. So he does out-qualify his championship rival. So we should go right into the race. We'll have a 5-minute complimentary break for these drivers to get up, stretch, grab a drink of whatever beverage they're going to enjoy this evening. Kind of get their mindset. I know for myself, I'm starting to age a bit. So getting into my race seat, I do a nice little pre-race stretch. I actually stretch my calf muscles and everything out before I go into a race, because I'll end up getting a couple cramps in the foot. But there you guys have it. Gonna run down the order one final time. Raisin picks up pole position. Clement in second. Anton third. Attic fourth. Harrison fifth. Exterminator is in sixth. Daguerre seventh. Enzo eighth. Dinner is in ninth. And Brother Goat is in P10. I will say a dark horse of this race is Brother Goat. I know he's really good at this track. So keep your eye on him to make his way through the field. But however, once loading up into this, we have the rain who is going to greet us. How bad is it? We are going to find out once it loads up.
Well, looks a bit. My reserve did not show up. That's always nice to see.
Wow. So it's definitely intermediate conditions. The skies are gray and the rain is falling. I wonder how long this
I want to
rain.
make a call. 10 minutes, and we'll see our first driver coming for the softs if it lights up.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Or
around
because I believe
10,
it gets dry, doesn't it?
10 to 12 minutes. But depending on what lap they are, I think the best call is going to be if you pull into the pits and set on the mediums and take them to the end. I think the softs are going to be, they're not going to be used this evening unless we have a safety car towards the end of the race.
Indeed.
Indeed. So these guys will have a 5 minute complimentary break. It is 27 now, so they should go around 33 mark. In the meantime, predictions, Mr. Tom. Who do you think's going to finish on this podium? As the rain.
Alright, I hate saying it, but I've got to be honest. The way Terminator runs, he runs so well, and then he makes the big mistake of having the biggest balls, and it never goes well. I've got to say, he won't be on the top three, sadly. He would just make a
Uh,
silly mistake. He
no,
keeps doing it, and it's getting very irritating.
I
He makes
will
the
say
same move.
this. Oh, somebody's readied up. Oh, Oil Gunner
That
is readied
is
up.
going to be Gunner having a good old penalty for that.
Hopefully these guys are ready to go. It looks like Addict's sitting there ready to go. So we'll see, unless we might need a lobby restart. Just depends on what happens here. But
Doubt
I
it.
mean,
They
a
won't
lot
be
of these
eventually.
guys are used to the rain, as most of GP1's races this season have been somehow in a wet condition. Let's see, a couple guys are readying up, so we might be ready to go. Hopefully Harrison's ready to go. I know he was the Mark II ready up. Couple guys sitting still. Looks like Harrison. Okay, everybody's pulling away. Looks like a Williams is stagnant, so he's not ready. Looks like it's just going to be Third Dinner who's not ready, as well as Stig. So Dinner and Stig are not ready to go yet. Yeah, I'm quite confused as to who Oil Gunner is. We'll figure that out. Maybe I guess these guys are going to allow him to race.
I believe he is Mark's reserve.
Mark's reserve.
Still doing this.
All right, so setting off in the formation lap before these guys get going, I'm going to go run and grab my glass of water I have sitting in the fridge because my coffee is just about out. These guys warming up their tires. We're about ready to go at the French Grand Prix. Get this one in
Yeah,
and get
this
these guys.
rain will not last. This rain,
Yeah,
I can see it. The rain's not gonna last. It's already going away.
yeah, it
Go
might
on.
be even lap 5
Oh no,
when these
still
guys dive in.
look at it. I cannot see that rain. I can see it on
Actually,
their perspectives, but third person, it's not there.
no, it looks
Going.
like the
It's
Stig
going.
has
It's
gotten
gonna go.
himself stuck into the formation lap, so he was not queued out. We're going to file back through. And I'm back. See, I had it ready to go that way I wouldn't miss any of the action. Many wet
Congratulations.
races, these
You
guys
did it.
must be pro in the wet. That is what I'm thinking, Raph. That's exactly what I'm thinking as I just mentioned it. Yeah, I think you made the right call, Tom. This rain is not going to last. I think it could be up to lap 5 or 6 if these guys dive for a dry compound.
Give it. Yeah, 5 laps. Everyone will have to come in unless it suddenly picks up. But from what we've been told, it gets dry, so it's not gonna last too much longer.
So, hoping for a good, clean turn 1 this evening. These guys have had
Woohoo!
pretty good times in turn 1 to begin with. So I think it's going to be interesting to see it, say the least. Who else is all right? So Stig is the final one, pulling up to the grid now, going through the cars in the Ghost and Sand manner. But here we are. Please give me a good camera angle, Codemasters. I know you like to play games. Come on. There we go. Waiting for those 5 red lights to go out, and we are.
5 red lights.
Go for the
away we
French
go.
Grand Prix. Looks like the Red
Good
Bulls
start
get a
from
good,
Ferrari.
decent
Good
start.
from everybody else.
Here we go down to corner 1, and these guys going to keep it clean. We're going to scroll through to make sure a couple guys barging for corners. Everybody's pretty
Oh,
clean
McLaren
through it.
makes a good position.
I do see carbon fiber. There's a couple pieces laying.
Terminator's dropped 3 places. He's safe though. Oh, there's a Renault spinning.
Oh no, Renault's spinning.
Sponsor back round. He survived. He survived. It's all good.
A couple close packs
And other
here.
than that, clean. I didn't see any carbon fiber really from my end.
I saw a Toro have a piece of carbon fiber fly just a bit. Looks like, look at Anton picks up and splits the Red Bulls on the first couple corners. So,
Oh, drag race between the Mercedes and the.
whoa, there goes. I think it's Harrison. Harrison spun off. So Harrison into the wall on lap 1.
It's down to him. That's very unfortunate.
I think he lost traction and spun out.
Safety car, correct?
No safety car because he's on his way. He did not crash out. Here we go for the lead. Anton running right now. Is he going to make a look for the lead just yet? No, I think he's going to hang into the toe. A couple of the guys still barging through. Look at the pack here.
Really always go for a bit of a dive. Oh, Anton into the lead currently. On the inside.
Just making sure everybody's running clean. All right.
Now being squeezed.
Jump back through.
Oh,
Can the Red Bull's going to go for a dive? Whoa! Side by side. No touching though. Wow, that was close.
Oh, he's made it. He's made it stick.
That was actually really close. That's right on board with the Red Bull. I think he's going to try to stick with the back of Anton.
What about the exit now?
Once they cross the line, I'll put the Delta and the information right back up. They are crossing now, so there you go.
Well done to Anton. That's a very good, strong first lap.
So Raisin's really hoping. Oh, sector 3 yellow. Is that Harrison again?
That's a false one. That's a false one.
Oh, okay. Let's get the. No, we don't need the compounds up. We know what the compound is currently. You guys in the comments, super thank you so much. How is the Delta through? Look at Addict. He has a pack of Haas cars right behind him, and he's trying to catch up to the back of Clement. Can he get himself? Ooh, gets a bit of a wiggle from the rear end of that car. I think he's definitely running a dry setup. Oh, look at Enzo. He's going to make for a look. As Addict lost a bit of traction on the car. There goes through Enzo. Is Daigoro going to have to think about it? I don't think he's close enough, though. Addict's going to peel into the very back.
Enough, but he has got the pace on him tonight.
Raisin is keeping up with Anton, though. This might be a battle for the ages between these two at the end of this evening, especially as soon as it dries up. Look at Go, already made up 2 positions. Now closing into Exterminator.
Such a big lead. They haven't gained out as much as they done first lap, so he's punch up at the front soon.
Yeah, the gap between the top 2 guys is 0.8 seconds, and Clement is only 1.5 seconds behind him. Enzo 1.6 seconds. And he's sandwiched, or he has Addict right behind him. Lucky has left the session.
Lucky has left the session. I will send an invite.
Is he racing? No, he's not racing. I think he was trying to get into a car, but he backed out. Glad reserving this evening for Goomba's team. He is in P10. Oil gunner's out. What has happened? Oh, he's missed on that long right-hander, I think. He's tucked in, though. I do not think that'll be a safety car situation. However, oh no, it is a safety car situation. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Dulcink gets a drive-through for speeding in their pit lane.
And go for those soft compounds? I don't think anyone's that brave.
No, it's still raining. There's spray coming off the intermediates. It's way too early. Otherwise, you'll have a case of Germany, the real-life Germany race on your hand.
Definitely.
I don't think anybody's going to pit here unless they have some kind of... That was close. Daigoro almost clipped back of Addict's gearbox there, as I think Enzo was trying to slow just a bit. As I think these guys are going to have to go around before they pick up the safety car.
Look at that. The Haas of Enzo and the McLaren of the Antoine doing a very good job at the start. So along with Daigoro gaining position, then 8 through 11 have all gained 2 positions, with Crossguard gaining 5 off the start, and Rashi gaining 4 positions at the start, putting him up into 13th. Good start. Everyone else dropped down 1 position, 3, 2, or in the case of Harrison, he had a very unfortunate start, down to 16th place.
We'll say this about Harrison, though. This safety car, unfortunate for some, is going to really benefit Harrison. He can get himself back up and maybe run for a couple positions. So we'll follow these guys and leaders as they catch the safety car. Where is the safety car sitting? It's right on the backstretch of Sector 2. For some odd reason. That is a very far distance between the pit entry lane where the safety car sits to where he's actually sitting right now. So Anton, Raisin, Clement, Enzo, and Annex, all the rest of the field are going to have to go pretty much another 1/3 of the way to pick up the safety car.
I don't know. I think if Harrison and Knapp can catch up a bit, we'll be back on by lap 6 or the start of lap 6.
So where is Harrison? Harrison's on the back, just entered sector 3. Yeah, he'll have plenty of time to pick up. Look at the McLaren of Protocoat and Exterminator there, getting a bit punchy. Looks like Possum dives for the pits. I wonder what his idea of doing is. Is he gonna get a new front wing? He is. So
yeah,
he's
he's
gonna
getting a new wing.
Unfortunately, he's gonna have to slap on another set of intermediates. But this should save him, so he'll be able to pull up right behind. Where's Dolshank? Dolshank.
On Sternative POV, he has very little rain. The rain could be stopping. It stopped. He's gone and lost it there. Rain has stopped officially in sector 1. No rain recording. Rain has stopped on lap 4.
Rain has stopped. So, how many laps?
Now we're going to see who will pit in this safety car period, and if anyone will.
It's still too
and
early.
Will it be beneficial or will it be crushing? We'll have to see. I think
it's still too early. Look at the spray coming off the tires.
No, I think lap 5. If it's depending on how it is, I think someone will go for it. Someone will go for the softs or the softer compounds.
Guys are really trying to keep the temperature up in the intermediates, especially with the rain depleting. I don't think these tires are gonna. Ooh, Stig's got a severe collision with Terminator. So Stig has gotten himself a 5-second penalty. But he's not really close. It might have happened.
He's lost wing. Yes, Stig has lost wing. I was on Terminator's POV. I didn't see any irregularities, so there may have been a braking issue or something.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning in the GP2 stream on Friday. During safety car conditions, I always do exactly what you were doing at that time. I would jump to the other side of the track of what people are running. That way I don't end up running into the back of them if they do brake heavily. So I think Stig is going to die for pits.
People pitting?
Is Stig going to be brave enough to select? Let's ride on board with Stig. Is he going to put on a soft compound? Maybe hards will probably take you to the end, but hards are going to be a really difficult tire to get temperatures into right away. He does have a dry compound, and he's serving
Harrison, Rashi on the hards. Hards. 3 on the hards.
One on the medium.
Everyone on hard, but one medium, I believe.
Yeah, Stig jumped to the mediums. So yeah, interesting.
Okay.
Game on.
Yeah.
It's gonna get interesting.
Yeah.
Because I still do see quite a bit of spray coming from Anton and the Red Bulls cars. But the longer that the safety car runs, the longer that the track is going to dry. I don't see the sun though, so it's not drying as quickly as possible. But I do see that dry line forming. If you jump on with Anton, or as he's following the safety car, you see dry spots in that track. Those guys that dove for the pits, dinner.
If it was me just joining this race right now, looking at the track, it looks dry as day. I'm not gonna lie, I think. Come on, look at it. Look at it if you didn't just know what's happened. It looks dead dry.
Yeah, right on board with Anton. Oh yeah, this track is going to drive within another lap. Safety car is in this lap though. So here we go, guys.
In the net lead if everyone pits. If they don't pit now, I don't. Harrison's right back in this, I think.
It's throwing a banner into these guys. Some of these guys at the back, Dinner, Rashi, Dark Mark, and Stig might find themselves right up at the beginning.
We could see also Stig jump going to first if he has a good start on his new fresh mediums.
He's got to collect the back of these of this queue right now. He's running a little bit further behind. But let's go back on the start. Anton has the right to set the pace for this restart.
I do. I think they're going to pit. I think everyone's going to pit in.
It's going to get interesting.
I don't think they're going to stay. I don't think they're going to stay outside.
Harry Jock saying too soon for dries.
Anton, yeah, here he goes.
He can go for the pits.
No.
Raisins for the poo.
Anton goes all over the place.
I'm not sure what that was about. He tried to do a fake, so a lot of guys are diving for the pits now.
I'm sorry to say that. I think that was a big mistake by his part. He should have pitted there.
Yeah,
He's
look
gonna
at
struggle
Dinner,
this lap.
Rashi, and Mark
Oh yeah.
Stig are already
Watch
up
Anton.
there.
He's just missed the first 2 corners.
Oh yeah,
The
the
lack of
Clement's
grip.
really battling the car as well. Unfortunate
This
for
is going to
Attic
be
too, he
easy
stayed
let him
out.
go. This is going to be a tough one for them.
Just looking at
I
the,
told you that was the right call, and they've gone
Stig
for
now on the side of Dark Mark. Is he gonna get the better move here? Kept it clean, no contact made. That is perfect. Backed out of the corner because he knew it wasn't his line to take. Just looking through. Where's the top 3 have kind of peeled away from these guys running though.
Here goes also Stig.
Is he gonna make a move on too early?
I don't know. Is he
Look
brave?
at the back
Would he
between
take a little
here.
bit of its peak? No, he won't be picking that. Look, they've already caught. They're already catching the leaders now. Look at that.
Just through the
So,
chicane.
like I said,
So
third
the
dinner
leaders
into
have just gone
fourth.
through. Yeah.
Third dinner,
Look,
pole. Oh, not pole.
yeah, look at
P1.
Dinner.
Oh!
Dinner's already passed. Livid.
Cinnamon nearly losing it. Cinnamon nearly
Oh.
Oh, then goes Anton.
Oh!
Anton wide.
Big connection
Oh,
between
Addict taking advantage of that mistake.
Dark Mark
Getting
had
ahead
a
into
lot of
second.
contact with, I think it was
Oh, contact.
Rashi or somebody else. Not sure
Number
who that
3.
was.
These are very tough positions to give 1, 2, and 3 all the credibility for staying on track and not having a severe crash.
And they're all going to die for the bits right now.
Yes, definitely.
So look at
The
Dinner.
biggest loser was Opossum there, not in P7 having to stay on those intermediates. I just could not get any time out of them whatsoever.
Dinner
And
now
that's
in the
gonna see
lead of this
you
race.
with third dinner, also Stig and Rashi, all up on 1, 2, and 3 for the podium positions currently.
Now I will
They
say
made the
something.
call, and it's definitely paid off.
It's going to be a long way for Stig to try to maintain those medium compounds until the end.
Whoa, Addict's not going.
Harrison
Addict.
has left the session. He's going to need an
Addict.
invite.
Car just disappeared. Addict's car just disappeared. What's going on?
He's out of the pits now. He's migrating host, so
Ooh.
yeah, Harrison unfortunately lost connection. We'll
Also
need to
no
get
link.
him in. Yeah, he might have gotten.
Oh, yeah, I'll see it again. He's having issues, and that's the second time disconnecting. I cannot invite
Terminator.
him. That's
Look
the
at
problem.
Brother Goat though. Clement right there. So everybody's moved to a dry compound. Stig gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple. That is unfortunate. But this track is pretty harsh on time penalties if you don't attack the curves the proper way. Wondering when these guys are going to have DRS. I wonder if it's going to be next time around. Look at the queue though between Terminator, Goat, Clement. Harrison's car is ghosting, but Postblad right there in P10. Anton is right there collecting these guys. Attic has gotten in front of Daikyo, who's made a move. Okay, it's Harrison's ghost is falling further behind. Enzo, Raison gets ahead of Enzo. Where's Rashi? Rashi in P3, Stig
Rashi's in
in
third.
P2.
Love it.
Stig sets the fastest lap so far, 36.6. I wonder if that will stay. DRS is open and available to these drivers
But
now.
I'll say this.
It's going to get really
Stig is not
interesting.
gaining much on the Williams of third dinner. Even though it's got a soft compound, it doesn't seem to be a lot of pace difference here. Could the hards be the perfect choice?
Postblad's at a 35.7 for the fastest lap so far of this race. This queue of cars right here is a big battle. Postblad has Brodagoat right ahead of him. Anton has Brodagoat right there. DRS will be open for these guys next time around. Stig is working on Dinner for the lead. Stig does carry a time penalty though. Let's see how this goes. We're going to stick on board with Anton. We'll actually jump on for a POV.
Oh, look at this.
It's going to be mighty. All these good drivers have DRS. What is going to happen? Is Anton going to make a move? Is he going to think about it? He's going to pull the inside.
No, you can't make it.
Side by side. Anton makes a
Anton
clean
on Goat
move
now.
around on the inside of Postblad. Darkmark gets a 3-second time penalty. Darkmark actually won this GP2 race last Friday, so that is, keep an eye on him. He does have pace around here. He played the ultimate strategy that week.
Sure? No, that was Senna. Senna won it.
Yeah, that's the same person. Darkmark, SF1 Senna.
Oh, Senna's gone.
Clement's gone. Clement spun out the car. Whoa! Really close there to getting right in the way of Daigero. No virtual
Again,
safety
very
car, no
anxious
yellow
to get back
flags,
on it.
anything, so it's still green flag racing.
Anton
now,
now back right on the get back of his gearbox of his teammate now.
and his teammate does have
Here goes
DRS
the
on
move.
Exterminator. Is Goat gonna let him go? Whoa! What is
Whoa!
going on
A little
between
like
these two guys?
five defenders there, that was.
I think
Damn.
Goat's trying to let Anton go, but Anton's using as much tow as possible. Anton just gets a
Anton,
3-second time penalty. So, Anton's gonna work on Stig. Sector 1 yellow.
Oh,
That's,
first turn, for turn 1.
that's
Goal
Clement
champions.
again. Clement's gone off.
Clement.
Now Stig right behind Dinner. We're gonna
Clement
jump to the
having a
lead.
horror race now. What a shame. It's such a strong performance at the start.
Stig and
Oh,
Dinner.
Ulster Stig on the right on.
Yep, I just jumped on with that battle. Riding right behind that. Oh, Exterminator gets a 3-second time penalty.
penalty.
The penalties are coming thick and thin.
No, not thin. Full on. Thick dough right now.
Not thin indeed. Oh, that's a nice camera shot. Sector 3 yellow. Who might that be for? As a Ferrari Exterminator.
Oh.
What has happened with Exterminator?
What's happened? He appears to have no damage. I'll check everyone else up front, see if anyone got give him a nudge. Don't believe so. It was Anton. It would have been Anton.
Interesting to see. Stig's still working on Dinner, but I think Dinner's hard compounds have started to come to life. Livid gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Can Stig make a move here? He's going to have DRS. Can he get through this corner quicker? This is really where you build the momentum to get a run.
There we go. Yeah, Stig will have this now. He's got DRS, he's got the proper compound, he's got
DRS
the run.
is open. Chuck didn't overtake.
Here he goes.
Dinner pulls the outside. Stig's going to go to the inside.
Nah, you can't defend it that much.
Into the chicane they go. Dinner's going to hold to the outside line. Stig might have this. He is into the lead. Clement's retired from the race. Where's Clement retired?
Oh.
He's crashed out. Safety car.
Oh,
So a second
that
safety
may have
car.
been deliberate. Can't call anything. That is unfortunate.
17 laps go.
This
You
could
can pit.
possibly give everybody here a chance. If they want either to switch to the hards, switch to the mediums.
Enzo gets a drive-through for speeding under safety car conditions. Ouch, that's gonna hurt. So if I were Stig, I would dive for the pits for a
Brief 2 seconds.
new set of medium compounds. Take them to the end, because those current tires are not going to take it to the end, as well as Dinner. I would go, but they're not going to pull into the pits. They're going to maintain. Interesting call. I think a lot of these guys on the hards have a shot if they stick into the medium compound. Where is Harrison? Is he still ghosting? Can you send Harrison another invite? See if we can get him back in. Anton, 5 seconds for speeding into the pit lane. Oh no, I think both McLarens are in. So they're going to double stack on the safety car. A lot of, no, it's 3 drivers currently. Exterminator dives to the pits as well. All going to the hard compound. Interesting. I would have gone for the medium. Yeah, it looks like Goat's going to go for the medium compound. Anton's gone for the hard compound. I think Stig should have dove for the call to handle those tires and put on a new set of medium compound. "11 laps out of 27 laps have been completed at this Grand Prix. A lot of interesting talking points so far. The rain at the beginning of the race caught a couple of guys out. A couple of guys you normally don't see riding in the top. Here at Dinner, we have Stig, who's leading the Grand Prix, and Enzo in P5. Postblad doing really well in P6, and in P7, who started this Grand Prix at the beginning, or right at the front.
Have we seen any extra pit stops? Oh, we have. We've seen
Yes.
Exterminator.
Anton dove for the
Goat,
hards,
Double
Exterminator dove for the mediums, as well as Goat, both on the mediums to take those to the end. That is the tire I would have chose. everybody now behind the safety car queue, except for a couple other guys who decided to dive for the pits. I wonder if Stig is going to think about diving for the pits. I don't think he is. I think he's going to try to nurse those tires until the end. This is only helping out Third Dinner's case. Can Third Dinner have a solid race this evening and grab a win at the French Grand Prix? That would have made the Williams a 1-2 punch for the French Grand Prix, as SF1 Senna won this race in the Williams. Anton has run into the back of Livid, it appears, and has left the session for a collision. So that is a bit unfortunate. That will probably need to be looked at the stewards after the race. Rashi has left the session as well. Not sure why he needs to invite back Rashi in the Mercedes.
I'll do what I can.
Yes, please. That moves Raisin up to P3. But Rashi's car is going to stick there. Go. What is going on at the bottom here? Ooh, a lot of guys getting really close. Dolshank almost clips the back of Go. Rashi has joined, so he's back in. That is good to see.
There you go.
I would say for Stig, for those mediums to really last until the end of the race, you'd have to almost take the safety car to lap 15-ish, lap 16, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think he's going to end up cooking those tires, and he's going to have to dive for a soft compound. Unless he knows something I don't know. Maybe he knows how to nurse those tires like a baby, rock it back and forth. Go gets a 5-second for a collision with Terminator. He's got his own safety car. Come on.
I feel bad to say next time is your team, but I don't see also Stig winning this race.
No, I think he should have dove for the pits.
Last week with Senna, instead of doing his strategy on those hards, and he did that. When did he pit? Like 3 laps in?
First lap, actually.
Exactly. Those hards would go. The rest.
Yeah, and those mediums I don't think are going to last. They might last. Depends. Rashi's going to need another invite back to the lobby.
Again.
However, Stig is going to be the one set the pace here as we go back. He just peels away. He's ready to go. Dinner's following in suit. He's going to have a go at Stig. They will not have DRS just yet. It'll probably be another lap to 2 laps before they get it back. Dinner's thinking about making a move here. Cuts to the inside. Stig's going to hold to the outside. Stig's going to have the line through. So Dinner thinks about it and tucks right behind. Oh, Stig's gone wide. Lost the back end of the car. Looks like Dinner's going to have a run here. Into the inside. Makes the move. A little bit of contact. A little bit more contact. Touching tires is only helping Raisin's case. We're going to ride. Oh, Stig's gone wide. So Dinner is up through into the lead of this Grand Prix. Is Raisin going to have a go at Stig? We have, I believe it is that? Who was that? It's peeled off. Enzo's going off. He's retired from the race. I'm not sure what happened there. Addict's got himself back up. He is fighting Postglad here, side by side, wheel action.
The lobby all crashed out. It's a mad one.
Look at Addict tucking back behind. Postglad, is he going to think about it? He's going to hang on to the inside. No, he's going to tuck back behind. Daigoro right there in the wake just in case if something happens. Oh, wow. Addict makes a move for the inside on Postglad, so he's got himself back up to P5. Where is Daigoro going to follow suit? He's going to try to overtake the ghosting car of Harrison. Hopefully Harrison can get himself back into this race. All the while, Stig still battling Third Dinner here. Raisin right there as well. Rashi still ghosting. Daigoro gets around the ghosting car of Harrison. Livid's got himself up to P9, Goat up to P10. Fighting Dark Mark there, the Renault driver. Driving for his brother in SF1 Goomba. 2-5, come on guys. Wrath here really rooting on the Alpha team. Really appreciate it, Wrath. Hope the move went well. Raisin now. He's going to have a good push against himself against also Stig. Is DRS open this time around? No, not just yet. It's going to be open for the next lap, though. Also Stig doing what he can, not running any battery. Surprise that. He's going to just hold it behind their dinner.
Raisin cocks up big. He's lost a lot of time there. He went right
He's
off the
going to
track.
drop probably down a second. The ghosting car of Harrison battling Goat. Probably throwing Goat just a bit. Look at the queue right now between Attic. Actually, Postglad, Daigero, Livid's right there. Goat's right there. We're going to stick with this battle for just a bit. Whoa, look at the move Daigero's trying to make on Postglad. Thought about an inside look. Now he's going to go to the outside. He's going to tuck it back to the inside. Daigero really trying to get around. Bit of a nudge. Bit of a nudge. All's fair. Looks like Postglad's going to die for the pits. Interesting. I wonder if he's going to go for the soft, maybe. DRS is open. These guys won't have it on the start finish line.
Alphas are doing now.
Yeah, I'm just worried. Enzo has left the session. I'm worried about Stig's tires, to be honest. He's really got to nurse those guys to get him back through. Attic doing really well, though. He's collecting the time between himself and Raisin. Raisin now is going to have a good shot to go at Elsa Stig here. Attic within that DRS range as well. Here we go. Let's ride on board with Raisin as he's going to have a fight. Dark Mark gets a 3-second time penalty. Wow. Stig has a lot of straight line speed there. Gets a little bit hairy out of the chicane though. So Raisin's going to have a look. Can he make a move? He's running overtake on the ERS system. He's going to think about it on the inside. Stig's going to hold it to the outside. Side by side they go. Close. Raisin's going to tuck back behind. Wait for the next time around. That's a good camera angle. This has been an action-packed race. Definitely not one you want to miss. Rashi has joined, so that's good. He's
back in.
Hopefully he can get control of his car. He is in P5. That is good showing right now. All the while, Attic has pulled up to the back of Raisin. And Raisin's pulled up to the back of Stig.
Raisin is in a Alpha sandwich.
And the Alpha sandwich, as well as Red Bull, are trying to catch third dinner. Third dinner on 11th lap old hards. Here we go. Gonna stick with these guys battling in for the lead. A four-way car fight for the lead. Harrison's got himself back in. That is good to see. Hopefully he can get himself tucked back into that car. Right now with his championship rival crashing out of this race, scoring no points. If he can get himself into that car and have a good battle and good finish, could see him get himself stuck in. Here we go, riding on with Attic. Dinner is just having one heck of a time peeling that gap between himself and Ulster Stig. Ulster Stig gets a good run.
All I can say is third dinner, you're going to have a good old battle of Raisin later on in this race, because it's hard to say that those two Alphas are going to be having the fight after this, because they're going to have to pit after this race, after this stint, because I don't think those stints are going to last much longer.
Gulshin gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We'll say this to give a good, nice little shout. Stig had to rush home to get into this race, as well as third dinner, so maybe they did a little practice last night, but yeah, they got into the lobby with like 3 minutes to go. Look at side by side with Rashi and Goat. Carbon fiber off somebody's car, not sure. I think that might have been Goat's car. Yeah, McLaren is missing an end plate now. He's going to go a bit wide. Hopefully, he's going to tuck it in. He's still going to have to go. He's going to go for it. No, he's going to die for the pits. So that's going to allow Daigero, that's going to allow Livid and Gulshank up through. Where's Harrison? Harrison has yet to control his car. Look at Raisin now, right on the back of that Alfa Romero. Couple guys in the back. It looks like Postblad has dove for the pits for a brand new set of mediums to take him to the end. However, the battle for the lead continues as Stig, Raisin, and Attic are fighting dinner, tooth and nail to get up there.
Here goes Raisin, and an attempt. We do know Alpha Stig has a lot of straight line speed. But I don't think it'll be enough this time around, because the Rebel No,
Wow,
it's
Stig
not
pulls it
there yet.
really far to the wide. So does Raisin. They're going to have to think about it. No, they're going to follow up into the chicane. A four-way fight for this lead. Attic, I think,
Oh,
is just
Raisin
sitting
on a
back
little
thinking
ticket.
to myself, he's licking his chops. He's like, this is going to get really punchy towards the end. Prodigo gets a 3-second
Go
time
3
penalty for
seconds.
multiple warnings. Let's run it on with
Go
Dinner as
is the
he's trying.
first. Go for the sauce.
He's going to run those 10 laps until
Oh,
the
here
end.
goes Raisin.
Raisin's going to make for a move on Stig.
Ooh.
Stig's going to hold it to the outside and just about holds
Good
on
switch
to
back
that
now. Switch
position.
back.
Raisin gets a good
Ooh.
run, but Stig gets a good run to maintain that position. These guys. Dulshank now right behind Daguerre. Exterminator's right there. Exterminator's having a really good comeback race. Gonna throw that to
Ooh,
you, Tom.
contact.
P7. I don't think he's gonna stay P7. Look at Addict. He does have DRS on Raisin.
Ooh, Daigoro. Whoa, Daigoro had a ton of oversteer. Nearly going right into the wall on his pit straight. That's
Whoa, side
opened
by
up a
side with
big door for
himself and
Terminator
Dulshank.
now.
Exterminator's gonna think about it.
Terminator
He's
going for a
gonna
bit of a dive.
bit of a
He's giving him room.
squeeze.
He's giving him
Makes
room.
it stick. What a
Giving him
move from Exterminator to get himself back up to
Whoa.
P6. Following Dulshank, his fellow South African. Oh no. Dinner is going to need
What's
an
happened?
invite to the lobby. He's just dropped.
I'll do it now. Keep commentating.
I am commentating.
A third. Where the fuck is
Raisin's
he?
going to think about making a move on Stig. Can't make it done. So now Stig is going to peel through Third Dinner's ghosting car. And Stig is going to lead this race with Raisin right there in P2. Attic P4. I can't see Third Dinner's car quite yet. But look at Rashi and Daigero as well. That's Terminator. Look at the queue here with Daigero trying to follow Rashi's Mercedes car. Livid's right there. Harrison has gotten himself back in the car. That is good to see. So Harrison following in P10, trying to get through. Dinner falls down to P4.
Oh, Terminator, Dolphin making a mistake. Terminator getting right at the back of him then.
Raisin's got himself up to P1. Also Sig now in P2.
And
So
look,
Raisin's gotten around
don't count out
Sig.
any of these alphas. Alphas are still back right on the end of the Red Bull of Raisin.
If Dinner gets himself back in though, I think he can have a good run at Stig. That might bump Stig
I've
out.
sent him a few invites, so he should be able to get back in.
Hopefully he can get himself back in. It's a shame to see somebody running that high up and then have connection issues. Look at Harrison now, Livid Opossum. Harrison gets himself through. Now he's going to have Daigero in his sights. Daigero's going to make for a look on Rashi here this time around. Ooh, bit of a lag spike from Rashi. Daigero, luckily the car has ghosted just a bit. Oh, that was... I don't know if there was a bit of a bump or not, but Daigero's got himself through. I think Rashi's going to let his teammate through. Rashi's going to allow Harrison to have DRS to try to pull that toe between himself and Daigero up closer. Possum all the while is hanging there. Brodico gets his 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. This has been action, and it's only lap 19 of 27. What else is going to happen towards the end of this race? Can Dinner get himself back in the car? Dinner is still ghosting. Dulshank is now pulling that gap between himself and Dinner down. Exterminator is following suit as well. Gap at the top. Stig starting to feel a little bit of pressure from his teammate. Both of them running the medium compounds. Raisin running the hard, so he's going to take those to the end. This might be Raisin's race. Looking through the Delta 2. Look at Livid. He is right behind Rashi. Harrison is going to have a fight for himself against the other Haas. Not Enzo, but this is Daigero. Looks like Harrison gets himself back through up to P7. Now he's going to try to bridge that gap between himself and Exterminator down. Dulshank gets through Dinner's ghosting car. Attic is getting closer and closer to his teammate, but we do know Stig is running an insanely fast-paced straight line car, especially with DRS, because Attic is going to file right behind him.
Terminator on Dolshank.
Terminator and Dulshank. Is he going to make for a move? He's going to
got
pull
it.
in the inside. Side by side, they're going to go. Dinner has joined. That's good. Dinner's going to get back. Hopefully, he can get back in that car. have a good fight between himself and Terminator and Dolshank. Sector 2,
Whoa!
oh!
What the hell happened there?
Lag spikes, Sector 2 and 3 yellows, not sure.
He got. Oh, I'm not saying he got spun, but his
I
car
think
just randomly
something
kicked
happened
out all of a
between
sudden. I think that
Attic
was a
and
tap.
Stig as well. Because Attic has lost
I
3
think Dolshank
seconds.
tapped him.
Terminator has retired from the race. Does he retire on track?
So I'm done.
Interesting to
Giving
see.
up because he was taken out. He was taken out by Dolshank.
So that's unfortunate to see. Let's see Ryan through. No safety car, so it's going to be green flag conditions. These guys are going to have 6 laps remaining as we get through. So Stig riding in second, Attic in third, Dolshank right there in the wake, only 0.8 seconds behind Attic. Third dinner, unfortunately, yet to get himself back into that car. And there you have it. Harrison got himself back in. He's now pulling up to the back of the ghosting car of third dinner. He's going to have a go. I think that should see him up to P5. So good recovery race from Harrison. Maybe a good chunk of points to get himself back into the fight. One race, these guys will have Belgian Grand Prix and then the United States Grand Prix. So this is the third to last race, round 19 of the championship. Harrison gets through Dinner's ghosting car. How far back is Daguerre from that? Not too far back. Attic and Dolshank going at it. Here we go. These guys are going to battle. Hang on side by side. No. Attic's going to let Dolshank through. However, also Stig has now lost 3.6 seconds to Raisin on those hard compounds. I think the mediums are really starting to get cooked. I wonder if Stig is going to pull it into the pits and take on the soft. I'd be really interested to see his tire wear situation right now. With 6 laps left, can he make those tires go 21 laps? Daguerre now working on Dinner. Dinner has gotten himself back in just in the nick of time to try to fend off between himself and Daguerre. Whoa, that was close. Wow, I wonder... Is Dinner slowed up just a bit? Harrison now. Where is he at? Between himself and Attic. Attic now in P4. 1.1 seconds. Dolshank now is caught up to the back of Stig. DRS is open. Dolshank having a really good look at the podium this evening. Thinking about a move, a little too far back, pulls it back, thinks better of it.
Dolshank has a good run now.
Is he going to have a move on Stig?
Here he goes, here he goes.
Riding side by side, hanging that toe, is going to pull to the outside. Gets around, they're going to go side by side into that corner. It can work. Side by side still. Are they going to make contact? A little bit of a squeeze, nothing done. No contact made. Dolshank up into P2. No, Stig's going to try to come back and fight it. No, Stig's going wide. I think his tires are starting to give up. I really do think his tires have given up. Let's see. A little bit of wear on that front right, I can see. Not too much wear. Middle of the tire on the front left has a bit of wear. Does have DRS. Is he going to make for a look on Dolshank, though? I think Dolshank's just a bit ahead as Stig locks up the front right. That's not going to do his tires any type of justice. Stig gets a 3-second time penalty. So now he is up to 6 seconds. This might boast well for Attic. It might go well for Harrison as well. Harrison's on 17-lap-old mediums as Daguerre's 17-lap-old hards. Daguerre might have a really good push to the end of this race. Only a couple laps remain. Talking points running over this race. Tom, what are you going to say that's most shocking for yourself?
What the fuck happened to the Ferrari once again?
It's league racing.
No.
Stuff happens like that. Livid and Dinner. Dinner just let
How did
Livid
it go
go
all
through.
wrong for Sullivan and Enzo?
I'm not sure.
They're both doing very well.
Three big
And
names that you
Sediment just
see:
kept having small issues.
Exterminator, Enzo, and Clement, all out of this race so far. Names you normally wouldn't see too far or in that section.
But now, talking points. Alphas, 3-4.
They're gonna have a really tough battle to try to stay 3 and 4 because Stig has 6 seconds. I'm not sure. I don't think Attic has any type of warnings. I can't remember if Dolshank has any. Raisin is now 5.2 seconds up the road.
Dolchak has 3-second penalty.
So if Attic can keep himself up there, he might have a look. However, I'm gonna mention this. Look who's now fighting in P5 and P6. You can't count these two guys out. Daigaro and Harrison. Their dinner now, trying to keep up to the back of Livid. He will have DRS as long as he can keep through. Rashi's ghosting car takes over Anton's ghosting car. Let's see, Daigaro thinking about a move on Harrison. Is he going to make it done? Let's jump on board with Daigaro. Probably my favorite turn in this whole track. Easy to clip that curb though and go into that inside wall. Harrison trying to get around Attic. These guys, oh, Daigaro almost touched the back of Harrison's gearbox. These guys are getting pretty scrappy. 3 laps remain of this French Grand Prix. Daigaro doing really well in his home Grand Prix. I will say I know for a fact a lot of these French drivers actually don't really care for this track. They think it's kind of an easier track, if you will. But most of the track is pretty much straightforward. It's not very. It doesn't have a lot of inclines. There's not much of elevation to battle. Harrison thinking about a move on Attic. Attic's really trying to hold on to P4. Harrison now right up there. If Harrison gets himself stuck into a podium situation, that would be one incredible recovery race. He's going to make for a look on the inside of Harrison. Side by side they go. No touch yet. Into the inside. Can I get an inside look? There's a touch of the wheels there.
Good touch.
Just a bit side by side. Let's ride on board with Daigaro. Harrison gets through. Livy gets a 3-second time penalty. Daigaro is now going to have DRS on Attic. Attic is going to have DRS on Harrison. Harrison, unfortunately, is going to be a guinea pig. Here we go. Oh, they're going to come in. I thought they were going to go 3 wide just for a second. Daigaro gives a tap to Attic's gearbox just a bit. Let him know that he is there. I wonder if Attic's tires are really starting to go. Oh, Attic's going to the inside, side by side. Daigaro's really coming through the field now. Those hard compounds. Oh, they touched. Attic did really well to hunt that car. That was a nail biter. So Daigaro up to P5, Harrison P4, Stig right up there in P3. Stig now 2 seconds ahead of, not only 1.9 seconds. Dolshank only 4.5 seconds behind himself and Raison. Lap 26, the penultimate lap of this French Grand Prix. Can Harrison have enough to get himself up to battle Stig for the podium? That is the closest delta, actually, between himself. Is Attic trying to hang on to the back of Daigaro, and Daigaro trying to hang on to the back of Harrison. This has been a mind-bending race. My mind is starting to go a bit numb.
Third dinner on Livid.
I will say, is Livid? No, Livid is not ghosting. Dinner goes a bit wide. He will have DRS though. Let's see if he can pull that car closer to Livid, the racing point. DRS is open. I don't think he's going to be anywhere close to making a move though, so he gets himself a little closer into the chicane. They go on the exit. Easy to catch that curb. Possibly get yourself a 3-second time penalty if you're not careful. Let's look through. Harrison now is caught up to the back of also Stig on the last lap. Is he going to try to do this on track? I wonder if he's aware that Stig has 6 seconds of penalties coming his way. Here we go. We're going to stick with these guys as Raisin set off on the final lap of this race, as well as Dolshank. Harrison's going to have DRS. Is he going to make for a look on also Stig? He's going to pull it to the inside. Will it make him go through? He's got the position. Stig's going to just let him on through. Going to ride with Daigero. Daigero's not too far off these two. No, Stig's going to think about coming back at Harrison. This might get a bit punchy towards the end. Harrison now 5.2 seconds behind himself and Dolshank. Can Harrison get that gap down between himself and Dolshank and possibly get himself P2 for this evening? Here we go. Daigero's going to have another go at Ulster Stig. The ERS is open now. Attic not too far behind these guys. Gap is 5.5 between Harrison and Dolshank. Dark Mark gets a 3-second time penalty. Daigero doesn't get close enough to make a move on Stig. Still a little too far behind, I think, for a move. He's just going to settle in the wake. Let's ride on board with Raison as he's going to come through the last few corners of this Grand Prix and pick up the big victory for his home race. Big shout out to him. Doing the Red Bull proud. I'm sure Carlos is going to be relatively happy with this one. But here we are. Raisin comes across the final corner of this track and picks up the victory at the French Grand Prix. Dolshank now is going to come across the line, stay P2 for the time being. Harrison's going to come across and stay P3. Whereas the time penalty is going to sort themselves out. Stig, Daigero goes P4. Harrison, Daigero goes P4, Attic P5, Stig P6, P7, Dinner goes P6. And Livin's going to crash this car into P8. And the two Renaults of Dark Mark and Postglad are going to cross the line. Let's see if I think Mark might drop down just a bit. Yeah, he does. Postglad picks up P9. Rashi separates the Renaults. Dark Mark P11 now, and that is going to be it because, oh no, Goat is there, still alive on this track. So, Raisin, Dolshank, and Harrison, really good race for those guys. Daigero, a solid race. Here we coming through. Goat gonna cross the line. Level ready when I got back in. Travesty. That is it for your Grand Prix. We're going to go into the podium celebration, and then I'll run down the nice finishing order, and then we'll get on to the podium interviews. So, Tom, once more, can you invite Raisin, Dolshank, and Harrison into this party? There you have it, the Red Bull and sister of the team right on there in the podium. It's followed by Harrison. If I'm going to give a quick shout out to the driver of the day, if it's going to be a quick one, I'm just going to have to point out that Harrison, with disconnection, getting himself back in and getting himself onto that podium, is absolutely one heck of a job. But never mind it. We're going to go through. Raisin picks up the win at the French Grand Prix, followed by Dolshank P2, Harrison P3, Daigero is in P4, Attic P5, Dinner P6, Stig P7, Livido Poston P8, Postglad P9, Rashi comes across P10, Dark Mark finishes P11, and Brotagoat finishes P13 as Anton was ghosting. We lose out, unfortunately, Sterminator, Enzo, Clement, and Oil Gunner, or Ollie Gunner, if you will. Pardon myself. We're gonna jump through and head on into these podium interviews. Let's see who we have in this party right now. We have Harrison.
We do not have Raisin. I have invited him, so don't tell him to join.
So, if Raisin doesn't join, we'll just carry on as we usually do. We're gonna head on to our third place winner, or our third place finisher. Pardon my language, you guys. Harrison, my quick shout out for driver of the day with the disconnection issue and then getting yourself back in and fighting for that podium, finishing on P3 and having your championship rival as Enzo crash out. So that is a big bag of points to get yourself in. Talk us through your race. I know it probably was a bit nerve-wracking trying to get in back after the disconnection.
Well, my disconnection was due to a power cut, and I had to fix my power leak, and my fuse went in it, so I replaced that and managed to get back on. I didn't even realise Lewis was out until Carlos messaged me just then. I rejoined and then saw I was on the same set of tyres. It wanted me to pit again, but I stayed out because I knew I could tyres right, and I managed to get a podium which helps me in the long run to try catch up.
Now, we'll say we were in the comms booth yesterday together, and I was kind of making a joke about you having 2 races this week. You know, you found yourself on the podium this evening. Can you do it tomorrow at the Belgian Grand Prix?
Belgium I'm pretty good at, but because of me moving to no traction, it's kind of hard at that track with the chicanes. But hopefully for a podium and try and get some more points off Lewis for the championship.
All right, I'm going to head it over to Tom. Tom, do you have anything to add?
No, it was a very good race, especially after the incident at the start, and congratulations for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
congratulations, big congratulations.
Of a dry setup.
I was wondering if any of you guys were actually running a hybrid or a dry.
I was running a dry with a bigger rear wing, because that corner where I spun, you can't go flat in the wet, and I only had about 60% throttle on and it still spun right.
Oh, but congratulations, Harrison. Hopefully your luck carries over to tomorrow, and we're talking to you again. But until then, we're going to move on to our second place finisher. Had kind of a quiet race. You got yourself through the field, Dolshank, but I mean, I can't take anything away from that. P2 at the French Grand Prix. Talk us through your race.
Yeah, no, it was a good race. There was lots of action, but in the beginning we got taken out, so I was about third last, 16th to 14th. So we had to pit. Then it was a safety car which I fell away from. And then I realized I had a drive through, so after all of that we ended up pitting 4 times, or going through the pits 4 times. We then latched onto the back of the group, and myself and Sterminator tried to make our way through the field. We did quite nicely, got our way up to about 5th and 6th, and then we worked our way. Sterminator unfortunately lost it into the barriers. Yeah, it was my first race without any assists, so happy with that finish, and we had some good pace. Happy that the mediums lasted so long towards the end.
And so, I mean, yeah, with the controversy at the beginning with the wet race, were you running a hybrid or were you running mostly a dry setup? Did you find it challenging?
Yeah, we were running. Well, I was running a full dry setup, obviously, because I mean you can't change much on the grid when you realize it's wet. So it was a bit difficult in the beginning, especially with the traction in the first race with our assists, but we got through it and had some good pace towards the end when the track got drier, and yeah, made our way through the pack.
Now tomorrow sees you at the Belgian Grand Prix. Are you excited? Hopefully that your luck kind of carries over and we can talk to you tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I'll be right there fighting. It's one of the better tracks to race on with all the action, and it's got lots of passing opportunities. So hopefully it's a fun one, not too many crashes. Hopefully it's got some action though.
We agree. Tom, do you have anything to add before we go?
No, you covered everything there. Very good, mate. Good performance. Well done all around, mate. Well done all around.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for the French Grand Prix. We are back live tomorrow at our normal time for GP1 to tackle the Belgian Grand Prix. So hopefully Harrison and Dolshank, your guys' luck carries over into tomorrow's race, and we're talking to you again on the podium interviews. I'm going to send this off to Tom. Thank you so much for helping me in the comms booth this evening, and I'm just going to give you a quick shout and wish you luck. I know you have a race pretty late this evening, so good luck. But until then, guys in the chat, thank you so much for keeping us busy, keeping us entertained. I'm going to say all of the viewers, thank you so much. If you guys want to check out an amazing race tomorrow. It's at the Belgian Grand Prix. GP1 is back at it. I'll be back in the comments booth. I believe Tom is going to join me again. But until then, thank you guys so much. Stay safe. We will see you soon. Until then, we are out. Good night.